Today we're learning to center. All right, guys, today we are gonna practice centering. So I say get 10 balls of clay, about a pound each, and we're just gonna max those balls out. We're gonna throw it on the wheel head. We're gonna cone up, we're gonna cone down. We're gonna practice having your right hand be the wall hand, your left hand be the top, and then your left hand be the wall hand, your right hand be the top, like a little karate chop on the top. We're gonna max those balls out, and then we're gonna cut them off and make little pillars along our board. And by the time you get done with number 10, number 1 will probably be ready to wedge up again and try again. So let's get some reps. Okay, so we're just gonna cone it up, take it down, cone it up, take it down, center it. Make sure you have a wire tool handy and just take it off, make it into a pillar, and put it there. Let it start drying out. So we're gonna do that 10 times, guys. So this is with your wall hand as your right hand. Squeeze, pull it up. Try to see how far up you can get it there. And then you can take it down either with your right hand as the wall hand or your left hand as the wall hand. Just practice taking it up and taking it back down. Once you get the centering down, man, things get really fun. See that karate chop? You can move it out of the way, mess it up, and try it again. The goal is just get practice centering. I'm going to do my left hand as the wall hand, my right hand as the top hand. So you don't even have to, oh, look there, it fell off. And now you just throw it back down and push it down. See if you can get that clay to stick again. There's all sorts of tricks that you can use when you clean up that edge. Take your thumb there and just touch that where the clay meets the wheel head. Okay, there you go. Take it, squish it into like a long cylinder, and then you can either stand it upright or you can do like a little horseshoe thing. Okay, so that I was showing you, I just had it anchored into my right hand. I wasn't even touching the top hand. You can practice using the bottom of your right hand to like scrape that wheel head to get the base closer together and get more of that clay, move that diameter in. Now when your left hand is the wall hand and you want to move the base in there, just take that knuckle, like your second knuckle on your pinky finger in your left hand, just squeeze it in. And that will give you that little mushroom head at the bottom there, the little dip, inward dip at the bottom. If I'm doing it with my right hand, I usually use my pinky finger. Now you can also use one of these tools like you use for throwing off the hump to get it off instead of a wire tool. It's like a tongue suppressor with a string on it. Really, any string will do, and any stick will do. Flat stick will do. And practice throwing that hunk of clay down on there. So coning has several purposes. 1, it helps you to center. 2, it gets all the clay particles like in alignment going in a circular motion like that. 3, it also kind of makes it a little bit wetter. Makes the clay wetter. Easier to work with if you got some stiff clay. You do this exercise for a while, for a few days, and this will really bless you. This will be you'll get so much better at centering, and you'll feel so much more confident on the wheel. You don't need a bat, you just need a wheel head. It's preferable not to have the bat pins sticking out on the wheel head. So if you have bat pins sticking out on the wheel head, either take them out or put a bat on top of it. But just keep throwing off the same bat or the same wheel head. You don't need to use a bunch of bats here. You can practice using the sponge in your hand like I was just doing right there. So it helps you, this exercise also helps you learn kind of how much water do you need. Gosh, that water got really messy in this in this batch. Okay, now we are going to just dry out those balls. We pillared them up so they could dry out a little bit. We had a little bit of time throwing and practicing, and now we just smacking them down. And then we'll do the ram's head wedge right there. Bop, 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 bop. And you want to keep that going in the same direction, remember. Right now it's going in a circular motion this way, so when I stand it up, because that's how it's going to hit on the wheel head. You want all that cyclone of clay to keep going in that same direction when it hits the wheel head. So just get those good and wedged up, and you can use those same balls of clay again. I guess this wasn't 10, this was more like 7, but if you need 10, use 10. I would say as you're starting out and you're just trying to get some reps, just make up a bunch of balls and then just work them until they're unworkable, until they're too wet to work anymore. Cut them off, hang them up to dry, and then re-wedge them when you're done. All right, that's all there is to it. Get those reps in. Practice, practice, practice. Learn to center. It will be the biggest blessing to you. If you learn to center, then you will have so many fewer frustrations and you'll have so much joy in the wheel faster. So I hope you enjoy.